Hello, and welcome to our new webinar. Today, we will talk about how to raise millions of dollars by launching your own cryptocurrency. If you're new to our webinars, I'm Chris, webinar analyst for Empire Global Partners, and I'm glad to be your virtual guide through this training. Before we get started, I wanted to direct your attention to the email address on the screen, info@empireglobal.partners. This is the best way to get in touch with us about anything we go over here today, and we love hearing from you. We welcome all questions and comments. Please use this email to send your questions. They will come directly to our representatives who monitor this email 24/7. So I assure you that you will receive a reply to all of your questions quickly and confidentially. Empire Global Partners is an international consultancy firm that has served clients from all over the world, with a network of attorneys, accountants, and consultants who are pioneers in strategic legal planning for online casinos, banking, and cryptocurrency. They represent hundreds of cryptocurrency companies and several cryptocurrency exchanges where top tokens are traded. Be sure to check them out online at empireglobal.partners. Lionel Eyrich is the expert on the topic of cryptocurrency at Empire Global Partners, and he has developed this training session for us. Lionel is well known across the globe as an expert in the cryptocurrency, online gaming, and international business space, representing thousands of companies. Lionel is Senior Managing Counsel for Empire Global Partners, and he is a legal counsel and advisor for hundreds of companies in over 40 countries. All content provided here is for informational purposes only and is not to be substituted for legal advice. A money business is a highly regulated sector, and all steps that you take when considering starting or operating your exchange must comply with the law. The experts at Empire Global Partners have worked with thousands of clients to help them make the right decisions for their particular situation and jurisdiction, and minimize any extra costs or fines that could arise from legal oversight. It is highly recommended to get in touch with your legal team as soon as possible about this process. In this webinar, we will be primarily focused on how to launch your own cryptocurrency. So let's start. For the beginning, let's remind us, what are cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies, or virtual currencies, are digital modes of exchange created and used by private individuals or groups. Since most cryptocurrencies are not regulated by national governments, they are considered alternative currencies, media of financial exchange that exist outside the borders of state monetary policy. Bitcoin is the leading cryptocurrency. However, there are hundreds of cryptocurrencies, and they appear almost every month. What are cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies use cryptographic protocols, or extremely complex coding systems, that encrypt sensitive data to provide a unit of exchange. Cryptocurrency developers create these protocols on advanced principles of mathematics and computer engineering. It is almost impossible to break through and thus duplicate or counterfeit currencies. These protocols also mask the identity of cryptocurrency users, making transactions and cash flows difficult to attribute to specific individuals or groups. Cryptocurrencies don't have banknotes. They do have coins. There is also one more term, token and cryptocurrencies. People often get confused between a token and a coin. Although the terms crypto coins and crypto tokens are sometimes used interchangeably, it is a topic that confuses people, as they are not often aware that there are major differences between coins and tokens. They are not the same. Let's begin with coins. The term coin has been associated with cryptocurrency since Bitcoins became popular, while other currencies also began to use the term, such as Dogecoin, Litecoin, or the like. Coins are generally only used to refer to cryptocurrencies which are meant to be used as a store of value and a replacement for fiat currencies like US dollars or the euro. Coins by themselves should not provide any other rights or should not have any other use except as a pure store of value and a currency that can be used for day-to-day transactions. Tokens, on the other hand, refer to the cryptocurrencies which have additional rights associated with them or have certain particular characteristics. The tokens do not aim to only be a store of value, but may also provide a certain utility to the holder, like the ability to access services through a website. Generally, the prominent coins have their blockchains, and tokens are built on top of an existing blockchain. In common usage, the Ethereum blockchain hosts many tokens. The distinction between coins and tokens is blurred, and the definitions are continuously evolving. The names of the tokens may be misnomers, as many frequently use the term coins, so a close evaluation of any token or coin is necessary before dealing with it or purchasing it. Since we will be dealing with tokens and coins as the main tradable commodity, it is essential to be sure that we have them covered in detail. There are generally four main types of coins or tokens that the exchanges have to deal with. First, there are coins that we refer to as pure coins, since they do not have any other utility except for acting as a medium of exchange or as a currency. These coins are classified in most countries only as digital assets or commodities, and have no other value attributed to them except as a currency. The second group is utility tokens, which have a definite function in an ecosystem. For example, Filecoin is a utility token that enables users to rent storage space. The third group involves tokens which are tokenized forms of securities. In simple terms, it refers to security such as shares or debentures, or bonds that have been converted into the form of a token, so that it may be held or transferred across the blockchain. Let me point out here that it's often so difficult to tell the difference between tokens. So please be sure to get help from a legal expert if there is any question about whether a particular token should be categorized as a utility or security token. This becomes critical for exchanges that do not have a license for dealing in securities, because in that case, only utility tokens would be permitted. The lines between utility tokens and security tokens are sometimes so blurred that the token issuers themselves cannot categorize them into a particular group. In these situations, they are considered as tokens that have not been defined or categorized. And again, this is why it's so important to get the legal opinion from an expert, since the exchange needs to put them into one of the categories so that they can be traded on. It's always good practice to seek the advice of an expert to prevent any possible legal problems. Cryptocurrencies are also characterized by decentralized control. The supply and value of cryptocurrencies are controlled by the activities of their users and highly complex protocols, and do not depend on the decisions of central banks or other regulatory bodies. In particular, the activities of miners, cryptocurrency users who use powerful computers to record transactions, receiving newly created cryptocurrency units, and transaction fees that other users pay in return, are key to currency stability and smooth operation. Now you have a fairly good idea of what a cryptocurrency is and how it is used. Now comes the question: what are the benefits of building your cryptocurrency? Something I'd like to highlight before moving forward is a crucial piece of advice, in that it's highly recommended that you get in touch with an expert right from the moment you start considering operating your own cryptocurrency business. Cryptocurrencies are a highly regulated sector, and all steps that you take must comply with the law. An expert will help you to make the right decisions and also minimize extra costs or fines that may arise from legal oversight. So please be sure to reach out to an expert sooner rather than later in the process. What are the benefits of building your own cryptocurrency? Because of their political independence and fundamentally impenetrable data security, cryptocurrency users enjoy benefits that are not available to users of traditional fiat currencies, such as the US dollar, and the financial systems that support those currencies. For example, although the government can easily freeze or even confiscate a bank account under its jurisdiction, it is very difficult to do so with funds held in cryptocurrency, even if the owner is a citizen or legal resident. On the other hand, cryptocurrencies come with a multitude of risks and drawbacks, such as illiquidity and value volatility that do not affect many fiat currencies. In addition, cryptocurrencies are often used to facilitate transactions in the gray and black markets, so many countries view them with distrust or animosity. And while some proponents portray cryptocurrencies as potentially lucrative alternative investments, few serious financial professionals consider them suitable for anything other than pure bargaining. If you think about how to create a cryptocurrency, you first need to know its pros and cons. Benefits are as following. Decentralization. The main argument in favor of cryptocurrencies is their underlying technology, blockchain. This makes cryptocurrency independent from any authority and makes it so that no one can dictate the rules for cryptocurrency developers and owners. Transaction anonymity. Thanks to the distributed nature of blockchains, every transaction is recorded and the records are immune to changes. At the same time, if a crypto address is not publicly confirmed, no one will know who made a transaction and who received the cryptocurrency. Lower operational costs. Banks and other financial institutions levy considerable transaction fees. This doesn't mean that you don't need to pay a fee for cryptocurrency transactions. However, the amount you need to pay is relatively small. Immediate transactions. Fiat money transactions take a significant amount of time to be processed and settled. With cryptocurrency, you can create an unlimited number of transactions and send them almost immediately to anyone with a crypto wallet anywhere in the world. Access to new customer base. Security for funds. If we talk about disadvantages, we must say that there are factors such as limited acceptance. There are still limited possibilities for those who want to make purchases with cryptocurrency. So, rather than asking about how to create a cryptocurrency, people more often wonder how to use cryptocurrency at all. High volatility. Very often, users thinking about how to get started with cryptocurrency forget about an important factor: high volatility. The cryptocurrency market is not stable, with frequent ups and downs even for famous cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. It is highly risky to invest in cryptocurrency, as you never know whether it will be a profitable investment or not. Transactions are non-reversible. Mistakenly entering an incorrect cryptocurrency address may cost you money. There is no way to reverse a transaction. You may send a request for a refund, but if it is declined, be ready to lose your money. Cryptocurrency storage. There are a lot of horrible stories about cryptocurrency owners who lost their devices, forgot the private key, and could not access their cryptocurrency fortunes. These sorts of situations can happen to anyone, so anyone can lose their money accidentally. These advantages and disadvantages must be considered when deciding to create a cryptocurrency that will facilitate your business goals and strategic plan. The process of creating own cryptocurrency. As we've already mentioned, you must choose the right team to bring your idea to life. Consider hiring experienced professionals who know their way around the blockchain and cryptocurrency world. You can start with a source code from scratch or one that was written before. It will be an underlying code, which will be edited later and customized as required. From the technical point of view, one will also require a special files library to make the code work correctly. The most time in creating a new cryptocurrency is editing the source code. It will be necessary to change a lot of parameters integrated into the software downloaded from the internet, including the name of the cryptocurrency and to optimize the technical aspect of the code. Cryptocurrency will have its own key system that provides security and safety for the users who work with it. The first byte of the keys is written exactly when the source code is being edited. Then the images are edited, icons, which can be created using various graphic software. When everything is ready, the cryptocurrency can be released. This method is for advanced users. But what about beginners? Even if you're not tech savvy, you can create any type of cryptocurrency on a budget thanks to different hashing, mining, and consensus algorithms available online. Let's say you already defined your idea, the problem that you want to solve with your dApp, and what audience it will target. After choosing the right development team, the next step is to create a smart contract that will have a significant impact on your project. There is no difference between classic contracts and smart contracts, except that smart contracts are digital, work on blockchain, have predefined rules, cannot be changed, and are executed automatically. You have to think about what blockchain platform to pick. The correct choice of a blockchain platform for your business depends on the consensus mechanism you've selected. Consensus mechanisms are the protocols that consider a particular transaction legitimate and add to the block. Building a world-class cryptocurrency is of no use if your interface is not good. You need to make sure that the web, FTP servers, and external databases are of the most recent, and the front-end and back-end programming is done with future upgrades in mind. The person who owns the cryptocurrency will pay attention to the ICO. The ICO, initial coin offering, is an initial offer of the cryptocurrency as an asset for attracting investments. So, please consider hiring an expert audit company. ICO/STO security audits must be carried out by a trusted company with an established reputation of credibility. Also, a very important step is to dedicate time to crafting a white paper. One of the primary development stages in developing the legal concept of the crypto coin will help avoid tons of regulatory issues, including SEC prosecution and legal liability. Make sure your cryptocurrency is legal and is prepared and abiding by the soon-to-become laws of international cryptocurrency regulations. Creating a cryptocurrency helps you expand your business around the globe 24/7. Best of all, compared to other businesses, it's easy to create a cryptocurrency without losing your savings. The crypto-based business model is booming, and research shows that it's been growing 3 times faster than other business models. So create your cryptocurrency and start making millions of dollars. Disclaimer: if you want to create a full-fledged cryptocurrency, it's better to turn to professionals. As you can see, there are so many things to consider as you navigate the cryptocurrency world. So, if you're thinking about setting up your own cryptocurrency, or if you have any confusion or questions, get in touch with Empire Global right away. They can give you complete guidance about the entire process. And as with so many of their clients, they are your team of experienced and competent legal professionals with years of experience in the cryptocurrency sector, and they are here to answer your questions. We love hearing from you, and we welcome all comments and feedback about this session or any other topics you would like to see in future webinars. And be sure to submit questions to info@empireglobal.partners. And that will come directly to our representatives who monitor this email 24/7. Also, check out their website. You can also get in touch there as well at empireglobal.partners. And we would love to connect with you on social media as well. We're on Facebook @Empire Global Partners, Twitter @Empire Globals, Instagram @Empire Global Partners, and we are also on YouTube. On behalf of Empire Global Partners, I want to thank you so much for joining us. See you next time.